The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. You prepare a table before me. From Psalm 23. Nearly every day in the past month, I have come across this very scene. On lovely sun-warm days, on clear but bitterly cold days, and on days where everything was encompassed by blowing snowy drifts. A bald eagle stood atop a deer carcass by the side of the road, feasting, surviving. At times she was in the company of another, taking turns with her to pick at the flesh. Some days a juvenile joined her, identified as such by the white cap barely visible beneath his feathered brown head. There was a stretch where the feasting party included 2 large crows, the size of ravens, perched apart, biding their time. They all made quite the scene. A single dead deer provided a feast that had carried on for a month, a meal easily secured except for the intermittent but unrelenting traffic. While the securing of this feast was easy, danger was always and quite literally just around the corner. The eagles are not the only powerful predator in the neighborhood. Coyotes, wolves, and people driving cars and trucks at breakneck speed. The eagles were vulnerable, and it got me to thinking. Matthew 6 says, "Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them." True and marvelous. But the feast is spread out in pathways of danger? In Psalm 23 we hear, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies." Danger lurks in the valley, and it is there a feast is spread. I could not help but think of the many ways we have been blessed, cared for, fed by a heavenly hand. But we could not receive the spreading feast because our quivering hearts were focused elsewhere. On this earth, there are and will always be trials, fears, threats, but also always God's blessings pouring out for us to feast on, delights of the eye, the ear, the mouth, and touch. And we live to feast another day. You, Lord, are my shepherd. I shall not want. You prepare a table before me. Psalm 23.